people being burned alive in tents. Like, we've been subject to this for 18 months. It has to end. I know I shouldn't want war because I know how it's going to be just so terrible, but I just want this to end in Gaza, and it seems like it won't end. And what will happen is that they'll continue with this genocide and keep on pushing people to their limits and continue provoking Iran, provoking all their neighbors until there is some type of strike. And then when it does happen, all right, sure, the U.S. might get dragged in, but nobody's going to support the U.S. on this anymore, including its own citizens. The majority of people, we've seen enough. We've had enough. We know that this isn't in our interest. We know we're doing this for Israel. We're not doing it for ourselves. So I'm at the point, let's get it over with.
Well, no, I understand that, and I can't say that I don't share those feelings, but I also understand, let's say, the caution on the part of Iran, because they know, they're the ones who are going to suffer. We're out over here, and we don't really have to worry about bombs, dropping on our cities, but the Iranians do, and so they have to be very cautious. They have to be very restrained. It's really a tough call. I was actually just this morning, I watched it was just a video clip of Pepe Escobar, right? He actually was directly asked an Iranian general. He said, "Excuse me, sir, stop," and through an interpreter said, "Hey, why have you not carried out True Promise 3?
Right.
We had True Promise 1 and True Promise 2. Those were the retaliatory strikes on Israel that we mentioned earlier. But the Iranians had said quite clearly that they would retaliate for the most recent strike, which Israel carried out. When was it? It's been like
6 months or so.
Easily 6 months. I think it may be even longer than that. Closer to 8 months, I think. And he said that, we are going to carry it out. And one thing that Pepe Escobar also said was that, look, your restraint is interpreted as weakness in Tel Aviv and in Washington. And the general responded and said that, we don't really, we consider our own needs, and, we don't, we've learned to stop thinking about the way our enemies think of us. But we will carry it out. We will do it at a time of our choosing, when it is most to our benefit. And I can understand actually where he's coming from, because they have to calculate this very carefully. Lives are in the balance, and they're the future of their country is in balance. And I can understand what I think Pepe Escobar was feeling. I feel it the same way. It's just like somebody has to do something, and this outrage has to end, and the Israelis need to be taught a lesson, and so on and so forth. But again, the way things are going, there's a real chance that your wish will be fulfilled, that Iran, will launch a major attack on Israel, either as a result of some, extreme provocation on the part of Israel, or of, an attack, an all-out attack carried out by Israel and the U.S. And that could happen. You could see, see your wish fulfilled sometime this year. There's certainly a real chance of that. But